Time-appropriate greetings, everyone, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn how to perform a multiple linear regression using Microsoft Excel. A multiple linear regression is a natural extension of a simple linear regression where we have several explanatory variables instead of just one. In a multiple linear regression, each variable will have its own slope in a larger equation. We have a y variable, or response variable. That's going to be equal to some intercept. This intercept has the same meaning as a simple linear regression, plus some slope times the first variable. Now, if this were a simple linear regression, we'd stop, where we only have one x variable affecting a y variable. But in a multiple linear regression, we could have a second variable. A second slope times a second variable. We could also have a third slope times a third variable. We can have lots of variables in a multiple linear regression model. And we can use Excel to find the values of the intercept and the slopes for as many variables as we'd like. Today, we're going to determine whether blood pressure, our response variable, depends on some combination of weight, pulse, age, body surface area, duration of hypertension, and stress level for some hypertension patients. We randomly sampled 20 hypertension patients, collect their data on these variables, and summarize it in the table here. The units for each of these measurements is millimeters mercury for blood pressure, years for age, kilograms for weight, square meters for body surface area, years for duration, beats per minute for pulse, and some numerical index for stress. Before performing a multiple linear regression on these data, we should first determine if any of these variables are weakly correlated to blood pressure. If a variable isn't correlated to blood pressure, we're not going to include it in any analysis. After all, if stress were not related to blood pressure, why would we include it in the multiple linear regression model? We could use Excel's Pearson function to calculate the correlation pairwise between blood pressure and each of these 6 independent variables. Instead, Excel provides an easier way to do so through its data analysis add-in. Let's recenter this sheet so that the table is shown completely. In the ribbon, click the Data tab. If you have Data Analysis add-in enabled, you'll find it here. If you don't see the Data Analysis add-in here, see the link in the description for instructions on how to enable it. In the Data Analysis dialog, scroll to Correlation and click OK. Click the input range and select all of the data, including the column labels. Ensure that the data is grouped by columns and that labels in first row is selected. Click the output range and choose a spot underneath the data table. Click OK and the correlation table is printed. Reading the correlation table is easy. Simply look at where the variables intersect and that is their correlation. For example, the correlation of blood pressure and weight is 0.95. Blood pressure is strongly associated with weight. Pulse is also strongly related with blood pressure, and so is body surface area. Age, duration, and stress all have correlations less than 0.7, so are weakly correlated, and we will not be including them in any additional analysis. We could now run a multiple linear regression relating blood pressure to weight, pulse, and body surface area, the 3 related explanatory variables to blood pressure. First, however, we're going to trim this down even further. Instead of 3 variables, we're going to use 2. In a multiple linear regression, we don't want any redundant information. That is, we don't want any multi-collinearity, which is fancy speak for we don't want our explanatory variables to be correlated with each other. Notice that the correlation for BSA and weight is 0.88. That is, BSA and weight are strongly related to each other. If we know one, we can get the other. So we don't need both. So let's drop body surface area from analysis and use weight instead. I chose to use weight instead of body surface area because weight has a higher correlation with blood pressure, 0.95, than BSA does, 0.87. Our regression model then will be blood pressure is equal to some intercept plus some slope times weight plus another slope times pulse. Let's use Excel's Data Analysis add-in to calculate the intercept and the 2 slopes. In the ribbon, click the Data tab and go to the Data Analysis add-in. Select Regression and click OK. Select the input Y range and select all of the blood pressures, including the column title. Select the input X range and select the weight and the pulse values, including the column titles. Ensure that Labels is clicked, go to the output range, and select a cell underneath my regression line. Click OK to print the regression output. The regression output is now printed. We don't need most of this output, but there are some key values that we'll focus on. First things first, the regression output prints a column of coefficients. These are the intercept, B0, the slope for weight, B1, and the slope for pulse, B2. So the regression line is blood pressure equal to negative 1.45 plus 1.06 times weight plus 0.24 times pulse. If I know a patient's weight and pulse, I can plug them into this equation to predict their blood pressure. Before doing so, let's interpret these coefficients in context and determine if this line is doing a good job of modeling blood pressure. Let's interpret the intercept. The intercept is the value you get when the two x variables are equal to 0. So if a patient weighs 0 kilos and has a pulse of 0 beats per minute, then we predict their blood pressure to be negative 1.45 millimeters mercury. As usual, the interpretation of this intercept isn't very meaningful, since I would hope a patient weighs more than 0 kilos and has a pulse more than 0 beats per minute. This is a strictly mathematical interpretation of this coefficient. The two slopes have similar interpretations. I'll write the slope for weight. The slope for weight says that if the pulse stays the same, if two patients have the same pulse, so pulse is constant, but one person weighs 1 more kilogram, then that patient that weighs 1 more kilogram will have a blood pressure predicted to be 1.06 millimeters mercury higher. Notice that the slopes depend on the second variable being constant for the two patients. The only thing that's changing between the two patients is the weight. Similarly, the pulse has an interpretation that if the two patients weigh the same and one person's pulse is 1 beat per minute higher, predicted blood pressure is 0.24 higher. Before making predictions with this multiple linear regression model, let's determine if it does a good job of predicting blood pressure. We can measure this as usual with the coefficient of determination r squared. Excel's built-in RSQ function doesn't help with multiple linear regression, but thankfully the regression output has r squared included in it, 0.9185, 91.9%. In context, this means that yes, the blood pressures vary, but 91.9% of this variation is explained by the multiple linear regression model on the two variables weight and pulse. Weight and pulse explain 91.9% of why the blood pressures are varying from patient to patient. That is, this is an excellent model, and we can use it to predict blood pressures from weight and pulse. For example, the first patient, patient 1, has a weight of 85.4 kilos and a pulse of 63 beats per minute. Their actual blood pressure is 105. Their prediction is computed using this multiple linear regression line. I can compute this by taking the intercept, negative 1.45, plus the slope for weight, B1, times the patient's weight. So slope times value. I add then the slope for pulse times the value for pulse. So all we've done is plug the values for weight and pulse into this regression line. Negative 1.45 plus 1.06 times 85.4 plus 0.24 times 63. I hit enter and my prediction is 104.26. A patient with 85.4 kilo weight and 63 beats per minute pulse is predicted to have a blood pressure of 104.26 millimeters mercury. To determine how close this prediction is, we can calculate the residual. The residual is the actual blood pressure minus the predicted blood pressure. The residual is 0.74 millimeters mercury. That is, this model was very close in predicting this patient's blood pressure. Just as regression is useful in making predictions and forecasts using one variable to predict another, multiple linear regression is an essential tool in the decision-making toolbox. Thankfully, Excel makes this easy to do with its data analysis add-in.